Terry Hodgkinson here. Welcome. Wanted to go over a few moves of Baduanjin with you today. Baduanjin is an ancient Qigong form. It actually has 8 movements, primary movements, and they're also known as the 8 Silken movements or the 8 Silken treasures. So today, I'd like to go over a few of them with you and teach you the breathing and also teach you the mindset or the intent and visualization. I've been fortunate enough to travel a big part of this world and study in places like India and China, and I reside in Canada and have done a lot of study in Canada with many different teachers. So today I find myself in North Carolina by this beautiful river behind me, as you can see, and beautiful surroundings, and this is just probably one of the most perfect environments and atmospheres that you can be in for the practice of Qigong or Tai Chi or any martial art. And the reason is, or even meditation, which is also in Qigong or Tai Chi, but meditation by itself as in sitting meditation. But the idea of it is simply because you're surrounded by the natural ambiance of nature's rhythms. You've got the sounds of nature, from the cicadas to the birds to sometimes the wind, although it doesn't look like much wind today. You've got the beautiful river behind me here. You've got greenery, lots of energy from the trees. You can't see to the left or to the right of me, but there are these amazing trees all over the place. So talking about experiencing the energy from these natural surroundings, that's what I'm in right now, and hopefully you'll be able to pick some of that up as we go through some of these Baduanjin moves. So let's get right on to the first one then. The first one is called pushing up against heaven and returning to center, or pushing up to heaven and pushing and returning to center, okay? Basically the mechanics, we always study the mechanics first. You want your feet shoulder width apart, not any wider than that, because then you're using a lot of muscle to support your stance. In this neutral kind of position here, we just want the legs, the feet to be underneath the shoulders, and that way the skeletal system can really help out on maintaining our posture and not so much the muscular system. Of course, we want to keep our back straight. We want to keep our head forward unless the move designates us to turn it some other way, or unless our stance is designated to be in a different position. But for now, this is how we start. Bring the hands into this gathering position down by the lower dantian. This is the lower dantian here. You have a middle dantian here, and you have a higher dantian here. These are the 3 main dantians in Chinese philosophy. And also, you want to pay particular attention to the palms of your hands as well as the soles of your feet. The palms of your hands are known as logon areas, and the soles of your feet, the center of the soles of your feet, are known as longshuan centers. And these are centers of the body where the energy actually moves from and out and into different areas, whether that's into the ground and working with the ground, the earthly energy, or whether that's the palms up, working with the heavenly energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to make note of that as we move through these movements today, and specifically for body mechanics right now. So if we're looking at body mechanics, we start here at the lower stomach area. And in the lower stomach area, right below the belly button, is called the lower dantian, as I mentioned. Well, the 2 palms face into that. So it's similar to a small triangle here. You've got one edge of the triangle here, one edge of the triangle here, and it's pointed in the lower stomach area so that you can cultivate the energy down here, known in the East as chi energy or prana or ki. In the West, we can call it vital energy, life energy, or simply electric energy that runs through our body. We know that we have that kind of energy moving through our organs and through our very cells. So as we're here, just take a minute right now and just notice whatever is happening with your body, and notice whatever's happening between the palms of your hands in the lower area of the lower dantian. Now for the body mechanics, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands up. Notice I've turned them over. Bring them up and then extend them up straight up into the air. You don't want to overstretch them though. You just want to keep them just relatively relaxed. And then bring them to the sides. And then bring it back into the gathering position, the lower dantian area. So once again, you turn the hands over. Let the hands rise to about chest level, and then extend them all the way up. Here you're connecting, the palms are facing towards the heavens, collecting the celestial energy. You're going to take that energy now and bring it down to the sides, and then bring it into the lower dantian area. Now let's work with the breathing. You want to breathe in as you move your hands up. You want to exhale as you stretch your arms further up. You want to breathe in as the arms come to the sides. And you want to breathe or exhale out as the arms come, the hands especially, moving the energy into the lower dantian area. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's do that together now. Now in Chinese traditional medicine, this move is known to stimulate, enhance the triple burner, also known as the triple warmer. That's a particular meridian that doesn't necessarily always, is not accurate with Western medicine. So we just know it to move through different systems in your body, such as digestion, such as the lungs, such as the air that you breathe in. So we're just going to focus right now on moving the energy through the body and bringing it into the lower dantian. So imagine you're raising the energy now. And reach up. Right now you're grounded. You should imagine that through the soles of your feet, your grounding goes 10 times higher than you are tall, deep into the earth, and wide, 10 times wider than you are tall into the earth as well. And you reach high into the sky. So you are the conduit. You are the connection between heaven and earth. And the energy is circulating throughout your body. Breathing in. Now gathering the energy, bringing it into the lower dantian, also known as the golden stove area. Very sacred area in Chinese philosophy and Chinese medicine. This area here is known as the center of your being and also known as the center of the universe. A lot of energy there. And again. Once more. Remain still for a few seconds and just notice whatever's happening between the palms of your hand and the lower dantian. When you do this with some repetition, you may feel the palms of the hand tingling. You may feel them warm. Sometimes you can even feel them radiating heat, hot. I mean, very hot. Sometimes I feel like the center of my palms are burning. That's the energy being stimulated in those centers, long gone centers. Let's move into the second move from Ba Duan Jin now. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to spread our legs apart into what's known as a horse stance, because it looks like you're riding on top of a horse. Start in the collecting, the gathering phase here by the lower dantian. And we bring the arms up to cross. This is called pulling the bow to shoot the arrow, or drawing the bow to shoot the arrow. One hand comes out to the side, the other pulls back, and you want to open up the lung cavities. Open up the lungs as you bring the arms back. And then you come in and switch. The other hand is out in front now because it's going to be going to the outside. So what you want to do is study the body mechanics first to make sure that you're doing it correctly. Now breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. If your legs get tired, you can come up in the stance. The higher you are, the less workout you'll feel in your legs. If you want a better workout, and you really want to work the meridians all down the legs, then you sink into them and bend the knees out to the sides. Breathing in. Remember to open the arms, pull them back so that the chest cavity expands and the lungs open up. Imagine that you're taking the energy now, moving it through your chest, your lungs, and stretching it to the sides, opening up the chest cavity, opening up the lungs and the heart. Make sure the breathing is coordinated, so you breathe in and breathe out. One more now. Now stand back up into the shoulder width apart with the feet. Bring the arms up, breathe, collecting the energy and sinking the chi now. Down through the body. Imagine the chi moving all the way down through the feet into the ground. You return your hands back to the lower dantian area in that triangle. Two hands facing towards the stomach, lower stomach area. Let's do one more now. This is called connecting heaven and earth energies. You're going to start with your hands in this position. So once again, we study the body mechanics. This is the end position. Palm on the bottom hand is facing towards the earth. Palm on the other hand, upper hand is facing towards the sky. To change them, you just bring them hand to hand, back to back, and then exchange. And exchange. The practice of this third movement of Ba Duan Jin is really healthy for the stomach. So if you need to digest, this is a really good one to help your digestion. Or if you have an upset stomach, it's really good to settle your stomach. And again, breathing now. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Make sure when you breathe from the lower stomach down here. So you want to pull the air in, and the lower stomach should actually inflate slightly and then deflate as you breathe out, below the belly button. Excellent. So what you're doing is you're gathering the energy once again. Your hands, one pointed towards the heavens, one pointed towards the earth. You're moving the energy up and down your body, the chi energy, the bioelectric energy. Once again, bring your hands up, down the center of the body, sink the chi. Having the hands in front of the lower dantian area, the lower stomach, and just observe what's taking place between the two palms. With enough practice, you'll be able to feel that tingling sensation or some sort of temperature change. Very good. Let's run through the 3 moves from Ba Duan Jin just one more time as a review, and then that'll be it for today. So starting from this position here, feet are shoulder width apart, hands in the setup position, breathing in, exhaling. Breathing in, bringing the energy into the lower stomach area. Second Ba Duan Jin move now, drawing the bow and breathing. Exhale now. Gathering, sinking the chi, last move, connecting heaven and earth energies. Breathing, exhaling. Gathering the energy, breathing in, big deep breath, sinking the chi. Take a moment to rest and observe what's taking place now. Very good. So that is the first 3 moves of 8 moves of Ba Duan Jin, also known as the 8 Silken movements or 8 treasures. Thanks for joining me on this tutorial. I look forward to teaching you the other moves on another tutorial.